Welcome to GISTUBE TV first. Let me just do that here. Subscribe to this channel. Just subscribe already. I mean, if you've been coming or you're new here, don't worry, you're in good hands, in safe hands. Subscribe to this channel. Like this video already. I promise you're going to enjoy.
Thank you for joining us. Gentlemen of the fourth estate of Ram, we appreciate you. And of course, as we proceed in the recognition.
Things they sup, honestly, because you do something to others, you don't know when it's going to become your own turn, when you are going to actually experience the same thing. Guys, remember that when the Alaafin of Oyo, when he came into power, himself and the Oni of Ife, it seemed like they had some sort of power tussle of who is the more respected person and all of those things, with the Alaafin of Oyo, snubbing the Oni of Ife at multiple occasions, like different times, refusing to greet him or acknowledge him when they are out, when they are at an event together, when they meet. Or you understand what I'm trying to say? Now he has experienced the same thing and I really don't know how to react to it. That is why I am bringing it here. The Alaafin of Oyo, Babimbola Akim Owade, which one is he? I prefer to call him Oba Akimsha. That's how the Olubadan of Ibadan, Obadewo Oluladoja, the 44th Olubadan of Ibadan, that was coronated just this 2025, couple of months after the coronation of the Alaafin of Oyo. Now, both of them were at an event. The Alaafin of Oyo was seated. The Olubadan came in. And just like it used to happen with the Oni of Ife, the Oni will be there. The Oni will extend his arm in greeting, like going for an handshake, and the Alaafin of Oyo will just ignore it. The same thing happened to the Alaafin. So he was seated. The Olubadan came in, and the Alaafin extended his hands, right, for going for an handshake, wanting to shake the hand of the Olubadan of Ibadan. But Oba Rashid Ladoja did not even look at him. It's a different thing if you look at him and you ignore. He did not even... Baba had to compose. He just removed his hand and held his staff. Oh my God, it's not funny. Honestly, it's actually not a funny thing, because I don't know why kings, especially Yoruba kings, will have issues acknowledging the presence of the other party. Maybe the Olubadan was expecting that the Alaafin will stand up to greet him, because the Alaafin was seated. The Olubadan was coming in and he was trying to sit beside the Alaafin. So he was trying to take a seat, and the Olubadan extended his arm. If he extended his arm first, he acknowledged the Olubadan first, but he didn't get up from his seat. The Oni would have even gotten up from his seat. That man does not really care. Will stand up for you to acknowledge and welcome you. But the Olubadan did not. The Alaafin did not do that. The Alaafin of Oyo sat. Babimbola Akim just sat and extended his hand, a sort of greeting to the Olubadan, but the Olubadan just ignored it. And that has got tongues wagging, which is why I was like, you don't know when things will come back and bite you. Because when it was the Oni of Ife, we were trying to prove that the Alaafin is the political leader, political traditional ruler in Yoruba kingdom, and is more, is supposed to be more respected and given more accord than the than the Oni of Ife and all of those things, such that when the Oni of Ife even gave someone a chieftaincy title, right, you said no, it is the Alaafin that has the right to bestow that title on anybody, because you are the custodian of the Oyo, of the Yoruba people, that the Oni cannot name anybody anything of Yoruba. It is only the Alaafin. So people are now saying, wait, though, is it that the Oni and the Olubadan, do they have a special friendship? Are they like friends? Is that what? Because the Oni has actually tried. For the first time in a very long time, the Oni went to the Alaafin's palace, something that has not happened since their predecessors, several years, in fact, decades ago. Because then it was so serious when the Alaafin was newly installed, when it was newly coronated, right? When the Alaafin was newly coronated in earlier on in 2025, when it was newly coronated, it seemed like any event that featured him and Oni, there's just some sort of tension between them. Even when a video of both of them being in the same location and actually communicating trended, it seemed like the conversation was tight and awkward, and they weren't really speaking, but because cameras and all that were in their faces, they just had to find a way to dialogue. So is it that I don't know, I'm just speculating, is it that the Olubadan and the Oni of Ife, do they have some sort of close ties or close relationship, and the Olubadan is just sort of, should I say, fighting for or giving him a taste of his own medicine? Or is it just what is happening? Is it just that maybe the Olubadan did not see him? Like I said, the Olubadan did not even look at the side of the Alaafin of Oyo at all. So it might be that he did not even see it. Like maybe he was focused on what he was doing, the task of sitting, maybe he was just too focused on it to pay attention to anybody beside him who might have, extended their arms in some sort of greeting and recognition of him. Or is it that maybe it's not even because of the Oni of Ife, he just does not rate the Alaafin of Oyo? Maybe he's heard of all of the things that he's done and it's just like, well, I don't really rate you. So even if you're at an event together, I'm not going to pay as much attention to you. Or is it intentional? Did he intentionally do it because of how the Alaafin had treated the Oni of Ife in time past? I'd like to hear what you guys think about this. These are just my own theories and questions that I would like for you guys to answer, right? Let me just know what you guys think about it. But honestly, things are getting interesting when it comes to this monarchy and this traditional rule between the Alaafin, the Olubadan, and the Oni of Ife. I've talked about it a lot on this channel, but typically, the Oni is regarded as the spiritual head of the Yoruba people, while the Alaafin are the political head of the Yoruba people. So it's, and by a lot of standards and by a lot of virtues and how people regard things, a lot of persons regard the Oni of Ife above the Alaafin of Oyo, even though they are both class tier 1 Obas, they are both first class Obas. It's not like when they are picking traditional rulers in the nation, they will pick someone as a lower class than the other. They are in the same class, but with the way Yorubas just carry them, it's different. And some persons have said the Oni of Ife had kind of, since his ascension on the throne a couple of years ago, that he's kind of watered down the office or the role he carried because of the way he carries himself and he's accessible and all of those things. But some people are saying it's better that way. The Oba does not have to be somebody that nobody can see or relate to. But I think the Alaafin is trying to be somebody that you're not going to always see, just like Ikubaba. Ikubaba was also, to some extent, we could see him and he was attending events, even in his old age and all that. But I really don't know. Olubadan is an elderly man also, Oba Rashid Ladoja. He's been waiting before finally he got coronated, right? So it's not like he's a small boy. So it might also be the age factor because he's obviously older than Oba Akim. That's the Alaafin of Ife. So it might be just Alaafin of Oyo. So I might just be thinking that I'm older than you. The least you can do is stand up and show me some sort of respect, not just because of the office or the title you carry, the title I carry, but based on normality. I'm older than you, and if you're going to go by that, you should actually revere me when you see me at any public gathering. Maybe that was where Olubadan is coming from. I don't know, and until any of the party releases a statement concerning it, we can only speculate and think about it and just assume here or there, but not taking away from the action that happened. The Olubadan snubbed the Alaafin of Oyo at an event when the Alaafin stretched his hands to give the Olubadan a resounding welcome, but that was not accepted by the Olubadan. I'd like to hear your take on this in the comment section. Thank you for watching this one. Like it if you enjoyed it, share with family and friends. I really would like to hear what you guys think, because let's keep it going, let's keep the conversation going. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.